And so then he's been doing other ones. So this video that I want to pull up now is with Lex Fridman, and this guy named Destiny. And Ben Shapiro did a video where it's the three of them, and they're asking if body count matters. So I haven't watched the video yet. I've seen it teased on social media, and I just wanted to play it for you guys, and we'll have this debate.
Rapid fire questions.
And the answer might.
1 second here. I'm gonna record it. We're gonna screen record this thing, because I do want to put this on the screen. Alrighty, everybody. Here we go.
Rapid fire questions.
And the answer, my answer was go to church. Religion, yeah.
Well, we could talk about religion, but that's not rapid fire at all. Let me ask, this is from the internet. Does body count matter?
Jesus Christ. You're really bringing up the red pill stuff.
Are you avoiding answering?
I mean, it depends on who you are.
Oh,
if you're somebody that doesn't care about it, it doesn't. If you're somebody that does care about it, yeah, it does, of course. Depends on the answer is yes.
Okay. Should porn be banned?
No. If you could do it, yes. There is no benefit to pornography. It's a waste of time and destructivity.
I agree with Ben on that. Body count thing, I think it matters personally, but it doesn't define a person if they've like changed. I don't know. I try not to judge other people, but I know personally what my preferences are. But when it comes to porn, this is actually this is a problem. This is a debate I've been watching on the internet, and it actually made me unsubscribe to the Young Turks. So the Young Turks are like a left, progressive leaning news account, right? And they were talking about this. And the Pope was talking about how pornography could be damaging. That's literally it, how it could be damaging, and it was advising against it, whatever. Cenk Uygur, founder of the Young Turks, he's like the host. He was like making fun of the Pope, and all these guys were making fun of the Pope, saying, "Oh, this old guy, what does he know? Whatever. Oh, you can't." They were like, "Oh, the Pope said you can't watch porn because it's too good." So disrespectful. I had to unsubscribe. I consider myself very religious, and I have been open about like how pornography is very damaging. It could be very damaging to a lot of people, and so I don't know, because we're a free country. I don't know if we should necessarily ban it, because then we kind of get into like the authoritarian space. However, I kind of agree with Ben on this. It's just pornography is very harmful, and you could go down a deep, dark spiral with porn. So that's all I'll say about that.
I can't believe I'm asking this question. Is OnlyFans empowering or destructive for women?
Jesus. These are rapid fire?
Yeah, just you keep.
I mean, it's probably empowering for the ones that are making a lot of money off it. It probably feels disempowering for others that feel affected by the cultural norms set by women that do OnlyFans. There's my rapid fire answer. It's disruptive to even the ones who are making a lot of money, because when you degrade yourself to being just a set of human body characteristics that other people jack off to, it's bad for you and it's bad for them.
Is rap music?
Absolutely.
Have you evolved on this? Or?
Have I evolved on this? So, again, I'm going to go to what's the definition of music. My original argument about rap was that music involves the following three elements: rhythm, melody, harmony. Rap typically involves maybe one of those. There may be a melody, maybe, sometimes. So it depends on the kind of rap. With that said, I could be convinced on this issue, but listen, I'm a classical violinist. I mean, that's how I was raised.
Really? He hasn't listened to Gold Digger or any Jay-Z album. Wow. So Ben Shapiro doesn't think that rap music is rap. What? That's crazy.
I listen to Beethoven and Brahms and Mozart, like in the car with my kids. So
what a loser.
Oh, is it comparable? Is it in the same category as Beethoven, Brahms, and Mozart? I have a very hard time sticking it in the same category as that.
What a loser.
All right, you're.
I love Ben, by the way.
Class debaters, even public intellectuals, if I can say that.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
I'm real hard here.
I know. You both care about the truth. What is your process of arriving at the truth?
I think it's really important to, everybody will say that they're objective and that they are nonpartisan. I think it's really important to have mental safeguards for bad opinions. So, for instance, like a couple things that I'll ask myself is, for a particular debate that I'm having, like, can I argue convincingly both sides of the debate? If I can't, I won't bother having the debate, because I realize that I'm probably too partisanly dug in if I can't even represent like an opposite argument here. Another question that you might ask yourself is like, well, what would it take to convince you out of a certain position? If you feel very strongly that Medicare for all is a good system by which to run the United States healthcare, and somebody says, well, what would it take to convince you otherwise? If you can't even fathom, like, well, what would it take to convince me otherwise? You're probably too dug into a position. So I think if you go through life saying, like, well, I try my best to be unbiased, rather than saying, I try my best to be aware of my biases, because the latter is more realistic and the former is literally impossible unless you're a computer. So I think having like actual mental practices that you engage in to try to counter some of the biases that you have is more important than trying to pretend that you're free of all biases and then consuming all your media from one source. Yeah.
Right.
I agree with a lot of that. I think that the easiest practical guide is read a bunch of different things from a bunch of different sources, and where they cross is probably the set of facts, and then everything else is extrapolated opinion from different premises. That's sort of the short story. So read the New York Times and Breitbart, and they're going to disagree on a lot, but if the core of the story...
And the Daily Wire.
Certainly read the Daily Wire. If you read the Daily Wire and you read the Washington Post, and there's a nexus of the same thing, then you can pretty well guarantee that at least, if we're all blind men feeling the elephant, at least if we're all feeling the trunk, we know that there's a trunk there, right? You may not know what the elephant is.
And if you're feeling frisky, then watch Destiny as well. You've talked about, having a conversation, debating Ben for a long time. What is your favorite thing about Ben Shapiro?
My favorite thing about Ben Shapiro is, at least when we're in election season, he's very critical of his own party. I appreciate that. I feel like Ben generally tries to adhere more to the fact-based arguments than other conservatives that I listen to, which is something that I appreciate because it's more fun to fight on kind of like the factual grounds of discussing things like policy.
Let's be done with that. Okay. That was interesting, man. I did not know that was going to go into porn and OnlyFans. I thought it was going to be like a debate on if body count actually mattered. So I apologize for everybody that was like excited about that and was expecting like a 5-10 minute. Oh boy, I can't breathe. Sorry about that. Like a 5-10 minute debate. Because that didn't happen at all. But